This is a self-growing mushroom kit, and I'm someone with no experience when it comes to growing mushrooms. I've seen a few DIY videos of people doing it themselves, but it looks a little elaborate and not the route that I wanted to go down. But this simplifies it and does all the hard work for you. This device is called Shrooly. They were kind enough to send it to me, but all my thoughts and opinions are my own in this video, and so I wanted to share with you my experience actually using this, what it's like, and some of the features that it has, and what do I think about it? So let's do it. When you first unbox your Shrooly, it comes with the device itself. It also has a few accessories like this spray bottle, measuring cup. That's about it. So after I unboxed this, I had to choose a location to set it up in, and I chose my office for a few reasons. The first one, our counter space was kind of cluttered already. We have a lot going on in the kitchen. But two, is I actually think it looks really nice. It's a clean looking device, but not only that, the mushrooms that are growing inside of it look pretty cool as well. So it almost looks like artsy. It looks like it belongs here. So I actually personally enjoyed the way it looked sitting on my cabinet over here. The next thing I did after I set it up was actually download their app, which I kind of 50-50 on apps. I enjoy them because they offer you more ways to control your device and you can just see all the analytics and stuff from your phone. But the one downside is I hate always having an app. There is the little screen and like control panel, but you have to use the app to like choose what plants you're growing and all that stuff, which I would prefer it if I could control it all from the device as well. In the app though, it does tell you the temperature of your device, the humidity level, the light, and also the water level. So it's nice, you can see all those metrics on your phone, and then you can pick which mushroom that you planted to see how long it's going to take to harvest it. And they also have like recipes, and you can also order more pods in the app as well. So it is a little bit convenient to have it. The mushroom I got in my kit is the pink oyster, and before this I've never even had pink oyster before, so this was my first time trying it. But the steps were actually very straightforward to start your harvest. All you had to do was basically cut an X into the pod, spray it with some water, and then hit harvest button on your app and it'll start the cycle and you're good to go. You just leave it and the device does the rest of the work for you. This is my first time ever trying pink oyster mushroom. I've never had it before, and I didn't season it. I just cooked it like I saw in a YouTube video, so we're gonna see how this tastes. It tastes pretty good actually. People say that it resembles like bacon or ham type of meat, and I can definitely see where they're getting that from. I think if I seasoned it a little bit with like salt or pepper even, that it would be a little bit closer to it, but this is actually pretty good. I'm actually a big fan of it. It's so unique. I've never had this before. In one of the videos I watched, they said to cook it in the pan without any oil in it, just to get a lot of the water out of it, and then add oil to let it crispen up a little bit better. And that's what I did, and this technique was pretty good because now it's crispy and it's not really soggy or moist like that. So I feel like the texture of it is very close to like a meat. One of the nice surprises I had when I grew my first batch of pink oyster is how quickly they actually grow up. Prior to this, I've only ever grown like lettuce and tomato, things like that, which take a long time, like 6 to 8 weeks, where this took me 7 days. So the process was very fast, and I like that. There wasn't a big waiting period. I got to enjoy the harvest right away. And also a nice convenient touch to that is the water tank that's in there to provide the humidity. It lasted the whole duration of the harvest, so I didn't have to refill it. I think the water tank will last about 2 weeks, which it only took 7 days to grow, so I didn't have to refill my water tank periodically. Like I said before, I had never tried pink oyster until now when I got this device, and I was thoroughly impressed by the way it tasted. I thought it was pretty delicious, and I ate part of it initially, and then I saved some in the fridge and had it the next day as well, so that was really nice. And honestly, it provided a decent amount for me. I think it came out to like 1 pound 7 ounces is how much it produced. And once you cook it, it obviously shrinks up a little bit, but that was still a good amount of mushrooms that it produced. And another additional bonus point is that after I harvested it the first time, I put the pod back into the Shrooly, and they say that sometimes it grows a second batch, and that's what this is. This is my second batch of pink oyster, so I've already grown one. This is my second one, and it's not a guarantee, but you may be able to get 1 batch, 2 batch, or even 3 batches from the same pod. So I was lucky enough to have a second batch start growing up, so I'm pretty pumped about it. So far, my experience has been pretty good with it. I haven't had too many complications. It's pretty straightforward and easy to use. They say you should clean it in between each batch that you harvest, and I didn't on my first one. I just left it, and you can see that the plexiglass is getting a little dirty in there, so I should have probably cleaned it, but it seems fine. Nothing seems to be wrong with it, but I'll probably clean it after this time just to give it a fresh down, you know, a wipe down or whatever. Something else I want to mention about this device is that it has its own light to illuminate the plants so they know which way to grow. And then it also has an air filtration system. That way you don't get like mold in your air, and the plexiglass helps to like seal it in there to keep the air cleaner out here, which is nice because it's in my office. And then it also has a little fan in there to create the humidity from the water tank, and that fan actually makes a noise when it kicks on. It's not overly bearing. Like obviously I had it in my office this whole time and I've been working in here, so it wasn't like too distracting, but you can notice it, you can hear it a little bit when it kicks on. At the time of this recording, to get one of these kits plus 7 growing pods like those, your total comes out to $369. Now that is a little bit more expensive, but the things that you have to consider is that you're able to grow these all by yourself from your home, so you don't have any store preservatives in them, chemicals, pesticides, all that stuff. You eliminate it. And the nice thing is you have it conveniently at your home to grow them anytime you want to. And you also don't have to do any work. The Shrooly device does it all for you, so you don't have to like harvest it, plant it, inject your spores. I don't know the whole recipe, but you don't have to do any of the hard work. It does it all for you. And it's probably a better investment if it's something that you'll continually use over the long run. It'll probably be more cost effective than buying these from the store. This is the other thing. I've been reading recently more that mushrooms are pretty healthy for you, I guess, like lion's mane and different things like that. It's good for your brain and other health benefits as well. So that's kind of cool. I never knew that, and I've never even seen these kind of mushrooms at the store before either. Like I said, I always get the basic one, so it's cool that I can grow these right from my home. I don't have to like outsource these or go to a 5-star Michelin restaurant to get me some pink oyster. So this is pretty cool. Honestly, I'm pretty pleased with how it's operated so far. And the other thing that I can't really speak to is how this will hold up over time, because I haven't had it for that long. This is a little bit newer of a company, so they got their way on like Kickstarter or something like that. So they're figuring things out, and give them some time, but I feel like they're creating a good device that I've been pretty pleased with. Overall, it's been a smooth experience for me, and I think they'll be launching this in the summer. So get your hands on one if you want to. I'll put a link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching this video, and I'll catch you on another one. Alrighty, bye-bye.